Assalamualaikum everyone. I am Syifa Putri Haryati. I am a student from Surya Kancana University, Cianjur. Today, I'm going to present a short presentation entitled Strategies in Dealing the Reading section on Toefl as the requirement for the subject Speaking for Academic Purposes with Dr. Halimah. Do you want to know more about this presentation? Let's check it out. Okay, before we continue our presentation, we have to know first what is Toefl. Toefl, standing for Test of English as a Foreign Language, is a standardized test aiming at measuring an individual's proficiency in the English language. It is defined as a test assessing the general knowledge or skills commonly required as an entry prerequisite in an academic situation. As a standardized test evaluating an individual's proficiency in understanding the English language, the Toefl test has been vividly used in many aspects of life. One of the Toefl test's main rules can be vividly seen in the academic or educational sector. Or also, Toefl score can be used as an indicator of someone's English proficiency level to predict their success in their context. Being able to speak English well doesn't mean that you are short of a high score on the test. The Toefl test, the language skills appropriate in academic or professional setting. Now let's continue to the formulation of the problem. The first one, what is the reading comprehension section? And the second one, what are the strategies for the reading comprehension section in Toefl? Okay, first we have to know what is the reading comprehension section. The reading comprehension section contains 4 to 6 reading passages of approximately 200 to 450 words each passage. A reading passage is usually followed by 7 to 12 questions. The topics of reading passages are usually academic. Most frequently, the passages come from the text on biology, chemistry, geography, physics, American history, and etc. No knowledge of the subject's matter is required to be able to answer the questions correctly. Okay, now we're going to present about the strategies. The ability to eliminate as many unlikely answers as possible provides us with the advantage of a more accurate, less random choice. Okay, here are some strategies for reading comprehension section on Toefl based on Ellie Hinkle book. Okay, the first one. Do not read the passage before we read the questions. We can start by reading the first question. If it deals with the main idea or point or purpose or best title, we should answer this question last. By the time we have answered the other questions, we will be able to answer general ones. The second one, or the number 2 strategies. The order of questions for each passage follows the order in which information is presented in the passage. Therefore, once we find an answer in a certain portion of the text, we do not need to go back and look for any other answers in that portion of the text. Number 3 strategies. Inference questions require us to make conclusions based on the information in the text. Correct inference is directly related to the facts mentioned in the passage. Number 4 strategies. Main idea, best title, or main topic question use 3 types of distractors or tricks in the answer choice for the information provided in the passage. First, the response is too broad or too general. The second one, it is too narrow. The third one, only one noun, verb or adjective in the response makes a response false. Okay, now we continue to the fifth strategies. A solid vocabulary base is necessary to obtain a good score in the vocabulary and reading comprehension section. However, we do not need to understand every word in a sentence or a passage in order to answer questions reasonably well. Try to guess the meanings of the words we do not know and skip over them if we cannot guess. Okay, now we're going to continue to the last strategies in dealing the reading comprehension section on Toefl. The test vocabulary doesn't include slang or outdated, foreign, specialized, unusual, highly technical or rare words. The tested vocabulary never includes names of plants, animals, fish, birds, minerals, chemical elements, or any other types of words that require definition. The tested vocabulary includes only words that have synonyms. Okay, we continue to the next slide. Things to be aware on Toefl. Based on Ellie Hinkle in her book entitled Toefl Test Strategies. The first one, the writers of the test use distractors or tricks, which make wrong answers to questions seem correct. Second one, in fact, generally, it is not those who speak well who receive high score on the Toefl test, but rather those who write well. The reason is that writing requires strong skills in grammar, vocabulary, and reading comprehension, which constitute 2 of the 3 Toefl sections. Okay, number 3, such controversial issues as religion, that political disagreement, historical disputes, violent crime, and topic that some ethnic groups may find objectionable do not appear on the test. The writers attempt to make the test materials as natural as possible. The number 4, budgeting and managing time is another skill that is very important on the Toefl test. Hey everyone, finally we arrived in our last presentation. Before I close this presentation, I will conclude this presentation. For the first one, the most valuable strategies is read more book, because by reading we can increasing our vocabulary, right? And the second one, time managing. Don't waste your time thinking about just one question, because we are racing against time. Okay, that's all from me. Maybe this presentation can be useful for us. Thanks for the best attention. Lastly, I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.